I suppose the obvious first question: how's life under the new manager? I know it's only a couple of days in.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, obviously we've had a few meetings and stuff, and as normal, a lot of information has to be sort of crammed in. But to be fair, that's normal with international football because the games come so quick. But yeah, most of the boys, obviously, we all know each other anyway. But slowly getting to know what he wants from us, and as the week goes on and we work on the pitch a little bit more, then I think all will be well.
What does he want from you guys?
From just at the from the meetings that we've had so far, bringing back a little bit more solid defensively, being hard to beat, but yeah, obviously there'll be little bits stripped into us as the week goes on, and we'll obviously we've got a massive test on Saturday, so his tactics can change within what game it is as well. So yeah.
What kind of guy is he? I suppose from the outside looking in, he seems quite cool, calm, collected, quite chilled out kind of guy.
Yeah, I get that feeling as well. Yeah, a little bit. Seems like a nice guy, but yeah, like any manager, there'll be demands on us players to produce and perform. But yeah, obviously around the place, being like 24 hours or whatever, it's just about being. He's just been fine with us and just sort of trying to get to know us a little bit. So yeah.
Nathan.
Okay.
Hi Callum, can you talk about the last 24 hours then as to what he's done to get to know you and you to get to know him?
Yeah, just as I said, introduced himself, obviously, and then just I think we've had maybe 3 meetings. We'll have another one tonight, and I think just trying to get that information across on what he wants from us, and the tactics that he likes to play, and the only way we can do that is meetings and on the training pitch. So I think, yeah, it's been obviously quite a few meetings, but listen, we understand as players, it's a new manager, new philosophy and what the stuff that he wants, and we need to sort of cram it in as much as we can before obviously the big game on Saturday.
You missed the last few games, so you didn't really get a sense of the John O'Shea era in charge. Over the last 24 hours, do you think it's going to be more continuation of what John's done over the last 4 games, or is the new manager going to come in and instantly put his stamp on it?
Well, it's a tough question for me, that, because I missed Shazy's actual camps that he took on. My last one was in November, so obviously I was with Shazy. He was the coach, say, under Stephen Kenny. I missed what he was doing with the lads in March and obviously the summer. So yeah, it's a tough question for me. That I'm not sure if it's changed much since, but Shazy's obviously been a big part of the meetings as well and helping us. So yeah, obviously I know Shazy from being a coach and that, and he's a real good coach, and he done really well, I think, in the games that he did get given. The lads got some results. So yeah, it's nice to obviously still have him on board, and obviously it helps with the manager as well. I think that because Shazy knows the players sort of inside and out. So yeah, it's good.
Paul? Callum, how are you?
Hi there.
Stephen Kenny wanted to play in a particular sort of style of football, and that's the way it was for maybe 3 years. And Hamer has been fairly open about bringing it back to basics a little bit. Yeah. How do you feel that approach can help this team?
Yeah, I don't think the gaffer now he's trying to run away from playing football, because at the end of the day, that is the way football is going at the moment. Everyone tries to play, and we won't be no different. But as I said earlier about being probably solid and hard to beat, and sometimes if it means going a little bit deeper and being a little bit solid defensively, but I still think playing wise we've still got the ability. Just when you're playing, as I said, look, teams like England and the top nations, let's say, yeah, we don't want to be naive and want to go with a solid base and hope that we obviously can get a result on Saturday. So yeah, I don't think there's far off. It's just maybe he's wants us to be a little bit more solid and harder to beat, maybe.
And was that missing, do you feel, maybe over the 3 or 4 years, and that maybe it was worth trying to play a different way for a while, but that we lacked that solidity, maybe?
Maybe, because if you're trying to play expansive football, you're obviously more spread out on the pitch. So yeah, I wouldn't say that was the right way and that's the wrong way. I think we just got to try have a blend when you're playing against teams like England. And he's sort of been saying that in the meetings about just having a solid base, but still when we get it, to try play as well. So it's just getting that balance right, because these nations like England, if you don't, they've got a lot of quality and they can hurt you. So we need to make sure that we do that side of the game right on Saturday night.
Sean?
Callum, how's it going?
How you doing?
How frustrating was it for you personally to miss out in the last two camps?
Yeah, not nice at all. But I expect it. I spoke to Shazy in the summer. I only played 25 minutes with a few injuries and stuff like that towards the back end of last season. So, listen, I'm a professional sort of senior player now at 29. So Shazy, to be fair, didn't have to explain himself. I understood where I was at. But in the summer, I grafted, worked really hard, looked after my body, worked on my body, and just had this in my mind to get back into the squad, and obviously get back into the Cardiff squad and starting on playing games and scoring. And as the start of the seasons went, this obviously topped it off, getting picked and back with the boys. So yeah, obviously I'm really happy at the moment how it's all going, and yeah, I've worked hard and worked my way back into the squad.
I think a couple of weeks ago you said last season club level didn't go as well as you would have hoped. Was that injuries or was that any kind of thing?
Yeah, obviously a few injuries, and when you have a few injuries and you're trying to get back and you're not fully fit and you're trying to get a rhythm, and you, as you said, you're getting 20 minutes here and 20. It was just and it's towards the end of the season and we wasn't really going for much, so it's a cycle of many things, and it can happen in your career, and that did really towards the end of last season. But yeah, it made me obviously work really hard in the summer, and that's what I did. I grafted and had all this sort of stuff in my head that I wanted to happen, and so far so good. It's all sort of coming together, and hopefully I can keep that up now, back in the squad with the boys, and yeah, looking forward to these big games again.
Got a lot of people to get around, so Ed.
Callum, how are you doing? A quick fire 6-game campaign coming up with the Nations League, followed by a clean slate and a World Cup qualifying campaign to look forward to. Is there a good vibe in the squad at that sort of stage of campaigns where we haven't begun and there's so much potential there? And is that a good time for a new manager to come in and take that positivity and run with it?
Yeah, I do, because I've said in previous interviews and stuff like this and the press and stuff like there has been, for Stephen Kenny, it was like he's done such a good job, as I think personally, as in bringing all the young lads, all these young players through. So it's sort of, when I did speak to him, and obviously he left, and that's part of football because it's a result. But I do think for Irish football, he's done the hard bit and brought these young lads through. And at the moment, if you've seen, I think like I said, Adam's at Celtic now playing, Troy is now playing, Jason Malumbi's playing at like all these players now who were young, they're becoming now a big part of the team, and I think there is a good sprinkle of the older lads as well. And I do think it is key to still have that. I think myself, Alan Brown, Docs, Seamus, Robbie, them senior lads as well in and around the squad to help these young lads, because there is a lot of quality. So yeah, I do maybe agree with you with the new manager coming in. He's getting lads now slowly international football they've probably got about 20-25 caps already at a young age. So yeah, maybe it's a good time, and we know it's going to be a big challenge, but look forward to it.
Gavin Keane.
Thank you.
Hi, Callum.
How you doing?
What have you and Jack Grealish been saying to each other?
Nothing really. Yeah, obviously I let him know that I got into the squad and stuff, and then he didn't let me know, to be fair. I just seen it online that he got in as well. So obviously it's noted that me and him we're real good friends from back when we was like 13, 14, and both grateful that we've made a career in the game, and obviously he's went on to do some really good stuff, and as I said, I've made a career out of myself as well, so it's good, and it does feel probably a little bit good between us both that we're both playing at this level against each other in international football. So yeah, it'd be nice.
What emotions will a game against England bring up for you, given obviously you picked them at under age level?
Yeah, not much really. I've played for Ireland now since 2018. Noted why I wanted to and the reasons why, and obviously I know a few of the boys in that squad just through obviously playing against them in the Premiership or Championship throughout the years. They've got some good quality, and I say I'm close enough with Jack as well. But I'm really looking forward to Saturday. I think for all the boys as well, instead of new gaffer coming in, it's an exciting time, and no better feeling if we could get a result at Aviva against England.
Owen?
What can Jack Grealish expect on Saturday?
I don't, I don't know how much abuse he might get, but I think he'll be expecting that. I think I'll be surprised if he doesn't, because I think he gets booed anywhere he goes, and even in England. So I think he'll be getting ready for maybe a bit of abuse. But listen, that's part of it. Do you know what I mean? That's part of the game, and I think he's old enough, and being a senior player now, that stuff's going to come. As I said, he gets it probably in England games anyway, or English games in the Prem and stuff. So I don't think there'll be any change on Saturday. I think he'll be getting it.
Gavin Comiskey?
Callum, sorry, another previous question. Were you surprised he didn't get to the Euros this summer, and you think he'll start with that?
Yeah, I was, not just because he's a close friend, because I'll just be honest, but I was surprised. I thought he'd bring something different to that squad, on and off the pitch as well. I think he's probably a big part of that squad. Off the pitch, he's been there for the last 4 or 5 years now, and he's a character. So I think tournament football, that's big off the pitch, but I do think on it as well, he probably brings something a bit different to that squad. And they probably didn't have the best of tournaments playing wise, but listen, they got to the final, and listen, that's the qualities players they do have. But I do think he probably would have helped in a different way along the way in that tournament. Yeah.
Finally, Philip.
Callum, you're the highest goal scorer in the Irish squad, I think, with 9 goals. So you'd like to get into double figures.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's probably one target.
That was one in my head. Yeah.
And good luck at that. Looking at the other strikers you have, you look at Adam, Evan, Sammy Smolix is a late developer, and Troy Parrott. Is this the best collection of strikers that you've seen in the Irish squad in the last 6 years?
Yeah.
And how far can they go?
Yeah, they probably are. Probably as a group of forwards. Trying to think now, but as in age and potential and the ability that some of these forwards have. All different sort of players as well, which is good. Sam is obviously he's done really well the last 2 years, goals wise. Adam brings something different, and he had a good end to the season with Celtic, and now he's moved there. And then obviously TP now, he moved in the summer, and I feel like he'll push on in another way. In is it Holland? It's Holland, I think. Yeah. So I think we've got a good group of forward players, and hopefully, as I said, with my experience as well of playing for quite a long time now, I like to help the boys in positive ways. I'm quite a positive person, so on and off the pitch, I'm always trying to help the boys and speak with the boys, which is good.
You're the senior forward.
Yeah, I am now. Yeah, the years go quick, but yeah. Cheers.
Danny, do you want
Yeah.